Hello and welcome, Pauleh here, and I am playing Banished. Now let's get started. Something is low stone. Stone. Okay, so it's been a few years, in game time of course, since I last released a video. And let me give you a quick update on what's happened. But before I do, let me just check. Okay, so since I last played, I've done a few things. First of all, I've started expanding out this way. And as you can see, there's not many houses here. This is because I've had this forester's lodge cut down all the trees in the area and don't replant them. So this area is pretty well cleared. Once it's completely gone, I'll probably get rid of this tower, even though it's the best one. But this is the big area where I want to expand to, so now I've built a few houses here, hopefully to boost my population. I've got plenty of food. I've got over 20,000 food, and I've increased the limit to 30,000, I believe. Yes. And as for firewood, I've knocked that up to 6,000, while we have another 6,000 wood in reserve. Now, I was running out of room where to store all this, as you can see, so I built an additional 2 stockpiles here. I was wondering what that sound was. It was the chickens being rowdy. And a couple of stockpiles up here. Although that's primarily for stone. Now, I did also, replace all the roads with stone. That's why we're low at the moment, but we're getting there. I just wanted to increase, how quickly people move around, so I figured that was quite important. But yeah, things are going quite okay. Now, I'm expanding. I've just popped down like 5 houses here, so I do have to be very careful. I don't want to put myself in the corner where I end up screwing myself over because we just suddenly run out of everything, but I think we'll be okay. The good news is now we actually have quite a lot of spare people to work. I'm probably going to have to up production wherever I can. Excuse me. And I think, first things first, fishing dock. So my friend Adele told me about fishing. Definitely seems to be more productive when it's on the main river rather than a lake, and I have to agree because this one was doing nothing. So, but she made the point that this area here is actually a very good location to build another fishing dock. So what I'm going to do is build one around here. That way it covers all of this lake, because this lake does this little turn and it makes this little nook, so it works quite well for me. So I need to get it somewhere around here that's going to cover up as much as possible. Now, having it here is... okay, so I could go inland one. So if I do it here, that will get me the most for my money, basically. Most bang for buck. So I'm going to build that here, and then what I'll do is... actually... yeah, it's definitely the best place. Anyway, we're gonna take this one down because it's no longer needed. So I need to... we'll destroy that, and then we'll also remove this road. And then hopefully we can get some more fish coming in. We've got to keep the food supply up, that's important. I mean, the more people we have, the quicker the resources are going to vanish. So I'll also point out I'm not building it with wooden houses anymore. I'm only going for stone. I figure that's going to work out quite well. A lot of old people around and not many young'uns. Hopefully we don't have a repeat of before, but luckily I can easily, stop any downward spiral we get by recruiting nomads to fill the void. But yeah, so that's good. I want to continue building houses along here, but I might wait until I've replaced the roads. For instance, we're definitely going to need a road going to here. I'm not entirely sure which is the best way to do this road, so I'll just wait until that's finished. Anyway, let's have a look. So everyone's fully educated, so that's a plus on our side. Now I suppose I could put more people to work as a stone cutter. Maybe may as well max out the amount of farmers we have. Probably add on a extra miner. Well, yeah, we'll do that. Eventually I do need to start, you know, getting as much as I can for mining and so on. Okay, so what's going on here? I'm just wondering about getting some sheep. Take 3 sheep, give them some iron tools. That's fine. Okay, so I'm going to need to empty out one of these pens. Now, these two are actually bigger than this one, but that's probably more important. They don't give us that much, but they give us a little bit of food, but let's go ahead and empty out this one. You know, I wonder. How big could I have made this? Oh, there was terrain issues, that was why. Even so, I could have probably built one here. And to me that looks bigger than what I've built there. So what we'll do is we'll so if I do that, hopefully it will just kill off the rest of the chickens here, empty this out, and we'll deconstruct this. Poor chickens. Then we'll get a sheep pen there. I do have my orchid here, but I suppose it's doing okay food-wise. Just drop out one of those miners there. But yeah, I'm not sure what I should be collecting at this time. I mean, I have never messed with the better tools. I'm assuming it increases efficiency, maybe? I'm not sure, who knows. Anyway, I've finally done built this, so let's go ahead and build the road. I kind of just want it to follow the there we go. Okay, so we'll go ahead and how many people do I have spare at the moment? I think I've used most of them as stone cutters. Maybe I'll scale that number back a little bit. And we'll put in a couple more here. So if I've got 6 there, and I've got... So eventually I'm going to have to increase this number to 8. No spare labourers at the moment. But we do that, hopefully we'll get a lot of food from there. That will be good. Alright. So they're slowly killing off the chickens here. To be honest, I think I'm just going to go ahead and remove this structure so we can go ahead and get the sheep pen up. So, you know, the reason why I really want these sheep is because you get the sheep, you get the mutton, and you also get the wool coats, which I'm guessing is a better quality coat than the hide. So, sorry, you can make hide coats, you can make wool coats, and then you can make warm coats. So, what we'll do eventually is just combine the two. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be quite good. Quite good indeed. I'll probably look at building a bigger pen somewhere else as well. I'm unsure on how to sort of expand my town. I think the best way to do it is sort of start building around here and treat it like I'm just starting fresh. So start building like all the essentials, you know, like a storage barn and so on. I think that's going to be the way to do it. I don't need to destroy this forester's lodge yet, although that would free up a few people. Definitely feel like... Oh, the log limit is raised, so that's not an issue. I really like how this is just getting deeper and deeper. I do like that. We're only 64% in. I'm guessing once you're finished, it just becomes a nasty blotch on the land, which is kind of annoying, but I'm going to try and keep all my industrial stuff out the way, so it doesn't matter too much. Oh my god, who let all the chickens out? Okay, well, let's go ahead and work out where I want this bad boy. So... I think it was like here. Yeah, that's about the size I can do. Now I can bring it out this way, take it right up to the fence for the maximum size, but I want to leave a bit of a walkway in between, and if I do that, maybe I'll just have to do it this size. I waste a bit of space, but to be honest, I'd rather do that than make it look ugly. Although that's a pretty poor reason. Screw it. Go ahead and get this built. Get the sheep in there. Sheep and a cow and breed horses. Got him, Mr. Red Dwarf. Okay, so that forester's lodge. Actually, I'm going to take this down because, you know, I probably could have left it there, continue having them planting, and then just keep building around it. That probably wouldn't have hurt, but oh well. If I get rid of it, I'll get the builders back, and I can start looking at another new location to collect materials. So. A child named Paul was born, and he shall be ruler of this town. It's a glorious day. Early summer of 72. Anyway. Anywho, let's go ahead and build another house or two. Or I'll probably do one at a time. Okay, I think I've worked it out. So you sometimes see, like, this place has apparently collected wood or logs. I'm guessing it's because there's trees fallen down within its territory and materials lying there, so they picked it up and brought it in. That's the only thing I can think of as an explanation. Which does make a lot of sense, and it's kind of cool they actually do that. So there's a few people out the job now, which is good news indeed. Well, kind of. We can lower that down to 8, that gives us 5 here, so we want to max out the fishing and the herdsman. We'll leave an extra one for the moment because he's soon going to have a new job, and then that gives me a few extra people to assign. The question is, where do I want to do it, the vendor or the mines? Maybe the mines, just start building up the coal amounts. Oh, hunter, okay. Now I'm continuing to trade items whenever I get the chance to obtain the rest of the livestock and seeds, so I can always use them. I think that's going to be pretty good. 91% is clothed, 100% is educated, everyone's healthy, everyone's happy. That's good. That is indeed good. I feel like I do need more fields though. I'll probably get some more set up soon. We'll get about 1500 per, which is pretty nice, so. And my goal's going to be to expand out this way, add more houses. I need to probably get a new gatherer's hut. See, I need to work out round here where I'm going to build next. Now maybe I could build over here and have this area as, I could either expand this way or I could have it for harvesting. But the thing is, if I expand too far and I have to travel a long distance to get more food, that ain't going to be good. Cabbage seeds, I already have cabbages, so there's no need for that. We're out of coats, that's because I sold a bunch. This is almost complete, and once it's complete we can go ahead and get the sheep in there. What are these chickens doing? It's weird. Come on, finish building. Build, build, build. Okay. So apparently I could still get cattle even though maybe they're just out in the wild, I don't know. I don't know. But I can actually increase this. I can actually have 2 people working here. So, ooh, someone was crushed by a rock. That's not a nice way to go. Let's go ahead and max this out. That way we have 4 people working as herdsmen. So that's 2 people here working with the sheep. I don't think the chickens are really worth it, to be honest, you know. Sure, they're putting out a lot of eggs. And there's a little bit of chicken meat, but it's not that amazing. I mean, it's 600 between the 2 of them. I think what I may end up doing is getting rid of these 2 and then just building one giant one, perhaps. That may be the goal. How are our storage barns looking? Plenty of room still, that's always good. The orchard, it's bringing in a little bit of food, not much, but some. Someone was killed by a falling tree. Damn, this is a bad year for people, bad year for labourers. Look at that quarry. Okay, so everything's going well. The big test is going to be how well will it manage now that I'm expanding, because I've put houses down. We've got families moving in there and multiplying, so it's gonna get tough very soon. I'm gonna have to be careful. Now I have a bit of a space here. I'm considering placing a storage barn. Now I already have a ton of storage barns, but I'm thinking maybe just expand them out so I never run out of room, so I can keep increasing the food cap. Although our food cap sort of hovered around this area at 22,000, so it probably means it's going to eventually start declining once I get a few more people in. So it may be in my best interest to create more food sources. But let's observe the map. So over here we've got this sort of area. Now it's not really ideal just because it's got a lot of hills and uneven terrain, but maybe we can turn it into a sort of gathering area. Same goes for this side, although I'm probably just going to fill it with all the quarries and whatnot. Here, there's not really much again. So the main bulk of the land is this area here, which we're sort of moving into now. I can expand the town around here, and then up here. And that's basically the only real usable bit of land I can work with, so I may do that. I think we've hit the cap for firewood. I may leave that as it is. Probably add in a few more. Probably add in a few more. I do need another forester's lodge. I want to keep the amount of wood I have as high as I can, because that can easily just vanish. You know, if I need more fire, if I need more fuel, then people are going to start taking it, and then the woodcutters will be using the logs, and the logs don't get replenished that quickly. Luckily, no one uses stone, otherwise I'd be in real trouble, because that replenishes very slow. But we're okay here, I suppose. Doing okay. But yeah, maybe I should look at putting another food place down somewhere. Don't know where yet. I'll probably need another market so people don't have to walk too far, because this market covers everyone here. But then again, maybe if I expand out, I'll put a marketplace in the middle here, and that will just cover this big area, so we should be okay. Happiness is going down. I feel like I should just put someone in the chapel, you know, and put them to work. But they're not doing anything else. Although I don't have anyone to spare at the moment. And I'm going to need a new graveyard soon. But I think we're okay for the moment. Hey, we're finally getting that wool. Oh my god, these chickens! Go away! What I may end up doing is removing this and then just having another big sheep pen, and then we just breed as many sheep as we can, get that wool in, make those warm coats, and then maybe we can use that as our trading currency perhaps. I figure warm coats have got to be worth something. In fact, let's take a look. A hide coat is valued at 15, so what if we had warm coats or wool coats, you know? That's probably worth quite a bit. So if we ever struggle, like if we ever get to the point where we're in need of supplies like wood or food, we can easily get it very quickly. That's my goal. Anyway, I think that's it for now. You've got the general idea on what's been happening here. I'm probably going to try and advance it a bit more before I do another video, that way you don't have to see this sort of, you know, nothingness going on basically. We're just waiting and watching. One thing I do need to do is add more wells just in case a fire breaks out. I haven't had many disasters apart from one fire. There's been no disease, no tornadoes, but I guess it's just a matter of time till the game sees I'm doing too well and needs to put a stop to it. Anyway, until then, thank you for watching.